Hi, I'm your host, Larry Smith, and you're listening to Speak Out Podcast, a community outreach of the Lawrence County Career Technical Center in Moulton, Alabama. Today, my co-host is Trinity Rainey, a junior at East Lawrence High School. Trinity's a career tech student in Mr. Serment's advanced manufacturing class. Hi, Trinity. Let's welcome our guest to the show.
Hi, Larry. We are excited to introduce our guest for the podcast, Mr. Cade Serment.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Well, Mr. Cade Serment is proud to be the new advanced manufacturing instructor for the Lawrence County Career Technical Center here in Moulton. And he spent several years working in his grandfather's mechanic shop and around the farm using a wide variety of heavy equipment. In high school, Mr. Serment spent his 10th, 11th, and 12th grade years as a dual enrollment student at Allen Thornton Technical Center in Killen, Alabama. After graduating from Rogers High School, Mr. Serment attended Northwest Shoals Community College, pursuing his associate's degree in occupational technology, including ACR, SMAW, Fillet, OFC, PAC, and CAC. After attending Northwest Shoals Community College, Mr. Serment was employed by MPE Services as a service technician in the mechanical division. In this role, he worked on a variety of equipment ranging from residential, light commercial, and industrial applications. After serving MPE for over 4 years, Mr. Serment began his work in the maintenance department for the Lawrence County School System. While he was in the maintenance department, he worked in areas of mechanical, gas, restaurant, and electrical needs for the school system. His broad range of experiences has prepared Mr. Serment for his next career step. In this current role, Mr. Serment is excited to have a part in building the future workforce as a teacher of advanced manufacturing at Lawrence County Career Technical Center. And welcome to Speak Out, Mr. Serment.
Thank you.
Let's start out with this question. Your bio described a lot of acronyms in your studies at Northwest Shoals. Can you tell us about what they mean? It was like ACR, SMAW, Fillet, OFC, PAC, CAC.
So ACR is air conditioning refrigeration. The SMAW is shielded arc welding. So anything stick, 6010, 7018. When I first started out at Shoals, I was all about welding because that's what everybody was doing, you know. And that kind of wasted some time for me, but it worked out at the end. PAC is plasma arc cutting, and then the OFC is oxy-fuel. So it'd be oxygen acetylene torch. We use it every day almost. CAC is carbon arc cutting. So basically a lot of things that I haven't used in a long time until I started teaching again.
Well, that's cool, and that's a pretty wide variety of things.
Mr. Serment, tell us more about your work experience and education prior to your current job.
So prior to here, being a dual enrollment student since I was in 10th grade, that really gave me a jump start. And golly, I'm glad old Mr. Heathcote made me dual enroll. That's all I got to say. But after high school, working for MPE, they kind of started a apprenticeship program, and I was fortunate enough to work around some very smart men, and I think that's me being in the right place at the right time, getting that experience around them.
Well, in segueing into the next question, that's really what sparked your interest in career tech.
Absolutely.
And did your career tech experience prepare you for the workforce?
Yes, getting out there and engaging, getting out of your comfort zone. So I think that really set me forward and helped me out a lot because I'm a people person now. You can ask anybody.
Right, and so and you were at Rogers?
Yes.
Rogers High School?
Do you think career tech is right for all students? And
Absolutely.
Why or why not?
Absolutely. I think every student should have to take at least one class. I mean, starting out this summer, I was extremely excited. I put in a lot of work. And then getting here and I had high expectations, but not realizing how many kids didn't know how to use basic hand tools really threw me for a loop. And I mean, what's going to happen if you got to hang a picture at your house and you don't know how to work an impact? I mean, basic skills. I mean, I think absolutely every kid should have to take at least a year.
And I think that's probably most of us that don't know how to use those basic tools anymore, because we don't have to. We always get someone to do that for us. However, if something happened, there might be an occasion even at home when we would need to have those basic skills.
Yep, and that's even changing a tire. I mean, how many people don't know how to change a tire?
Right.
I mean, these are basic skills I think everybody needs to know how.
Well, so what are some of the advantages of taking the career tech classes while in high school?
Well, good thing it wasn't that long ago and I was in these kids' shoes, so I kind of understand the struggles and things that they're going to face, and that's something I've set a goal for myself, is trying to really make it a lot easier for them. Life's hard, but getting as many certifications in high school is free. I didn't get the ones I needed, so I had to pay for them out of pocket, and it adds up. But being able to get EPA certified, getting your NCCER certifications, OSHA 10, just basic stuff that's going to set them apart from somebody just walking in.
Things that you can put on your resume when you apply for the job that you already know or already have.
Anything that's going to set you apart from the next guy.
Exactly.
What sort of experience would students have in your classroom?
Well, thank goodness we had the 6th grade tours last week, because I got to talk about this a lot, and it's definitely a multi-craft program. So I mean, HVAC, I mean, we're the electricians, we're the plumbers, and we're mechanical. So I mean, learn as much as you can, and I think the program is set up so whatever career path you take outside of high school is going to help you in life. I mean, it is.
Well, and I saw the other day, and even in here, that there's robotics is in something that's also included in your course.
So automation is a big part of the future. I mean, technology, I think robots is definitely going to be controlling a lot more people jobs and taking over.
And so actually what someone does in their job then, and I'm kind of getting away from the questions now, but what someone does in their job then used to be, it was really a hands-on thing, but now it's more of you're controlling something remotely, I guess.
Exactly. Like Toyota Mazda, they have the exact same robot, just a larger scale than what we have in the shop, and all day long it picks up cars and stacks them upstairs and never stops.
That's cool. So what career options are available for students who study in your program?
Well, class sponsors help a lot. So GE, Toyota Mazda, and recently Smuckers, they're all sponsoring Air Services, Northwest Refrigeration, MPE, Fuller. So just having those connections already set up and helping kids get to those people. And I know they're good. I know the people and good places to work.
So right here at Lawrence County Career Technical Center, the students will have an opportunity to be put in touch, or for any kind of opportunities to be made available to them while they're in school.
Absolutely. So trying to build that relationship from when you're in 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, and letting industry come in and work around these kids and see what potential they have, and let also the kids see what type of people they could possibly go work for. I think that's a very awesome thing.
It is. It makes sense.
What certifications can be earned in your course?
So I just got my EPA instructor's license, so I can administer the EPA 608, which is a huge one. NCCER, I just got my NCCER instructor's license, so being able to prove what you know when you go fill out an application is a huge benefit.
And so there's a course of study, something that the students have to complete in order to get these certifications, and is it like a test they take?
Yes. So the NCCER is core and then level 1, 2, 3, and 4. So each time you complete one of them, it'll add to your card. So NCCER Core is a basic overview of industry. So,
and so the tests, the exams, do they do those right here?
Absolutely.
At LCCTC? They don't have to go somewhere to do those?
I'll give them, me and them will be in the classroom, and I'll administer their test, and
that's great. Yeah.
Hopefully everybody will pass.
Well, what is your Career Tech student organization, and what experiences do students have in that group?
Well, this Skills USA is ours, and that was something new for me and the students. We actually went to JLDC for the first time, and it's definitely an experience, and it definitely got the kids out of their comfort zone, and I think that's a bonus too. So
Skills USA, tell us a little bit more about it. The students who come into the Career Technical Center have an opportunity to join that group.
Yes. So just like FBLA, any other organization, Skills is ours. So they have competitions. Actually, it's coming up in a couple months, and it's a way for children to get out there and prove what they know in front of industry and everybody in the state of Alabama, and possibly go to nationals and then the World Skills Championship.
So you guys in your class, then you prepare for those competitions.
Yes.
Maybe the students perhaps volunteer and say, I want to compete in that. Is that how that works?
So there's several categories. So I believe it's 20, and you get to bring 2 per category. So
that's cool.
HVAC, and then they have leadership roles also. So it would be prepared speech, spontaneous speaking. I think that one's going to be a fun one. They're going to give you a topic, and you have 5 minutes to prepare to talk about it.
Oh, wow.
So
kind of like we're doing right now.
Exactly, yeah. Kind of like we're doing right now.
What high school courses would be helpful for students in your class?
Oh, well, I know most of the things we do is fractions and angles, so you need to be good at math. And just reading a basic tape measure. I mean, how many kids know that that's fractions? Not many. But everybody in my class can read a tape measure now, I promise.
Well, and fractions are super important in math.
Absolutely.
Everywhere. And angles, that whole thing, super important in what you do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything that you do.
Everything's fractions and angles. So.
And so that would be like algebra, basic algebra, geometry.
Just figuring up square footage, just something basic like, hey, what's the square footage of this room? So.
Right. Well, how can I improve my chances of getting a job outside of high school?
Oh, in my opinion, I think it's 100%. But I mean, just take it from a kid just walking off the street out of high school and applying for a job, and then a student that comes through the tech center and applies for a job. Well, one, we've already built up their resume and their certifications that's going to set them apart from anybody else. So I think that's just a huge advantage.
And students have an opportunity to find out what they're good at.
Oh, yeah.
While they're here, and then they can hone those skills that they're good at.
Absolutely, and that's kind of why the program's advanced manufacturing and not HVAC. So.
And they have confidence in themselves by the time they complete what they do.
I was speaking with one of my students the other day, and he said, Mr. Serment, my mother wanted a new light put up. I was like, oh, really? He's like, yeah. I told her to go pick out which one she wanted, and I'd put it in. I said, oh, so you put the light in by yourself? He was like, yes, sir. I said, well, how'd you learn how to do that? Because you showed me. And that right there was just, that made it worth it.
What is your favorite part about teaching?
If you would have asked me this question about 5 months ago, I would have said the pay raise, but now my outlook has completely changed, and I definitely think the students, building a relationship with the students and actually getting to know them is what makes the best part of it.
Well, and a question that I have, too, that I just thought of also is, a student comes in to Lawrence County Career Technical Center and they take your class, and then is that something that they continue through a couple of years while they're in high school?
Yeah, so the program is a dual enrollment program. So you're actually in college while you're in high school.
Okay.
And the best part about it is you can get your short-term certificate and walk across Northwest Shows the stage before you even graduate high school.
Wow.
That's unheard of.
Well, what advice would you give to students who are considering taking your class?
Do it because you want to, not because your friends are doing it. I think when you come over here, I see a lot of groups in one class, and I think it's because their buddies wanting to do that and they don't want to do something else. I think when you come over here, you need to use your time wisely and actually be productive and work towards a goal for after high school.
Yeah, and I think that and maybe it takes someone a long time to learn about and to find out who they are and what it is they want to do, and this gives them an opportunity to try out these things.
Absolutely. And back to your first question, my welding background, going to shows, following that dream, and as soon as I get out of shows, it's like change gears, and now I'm going in the HVAC world, and which great experience. Glad I got to do it because, one, it helps me out now.
And you had no idea when you first started work for Lawrence County Schools in maintenance department, did you anticipate that this chance might come up to?
No, but it kind of just fell in my lap. And I got a phone call one day and said, hey, there's opportunities here. If I think you might be a good one to fill in. So
that's cool.
It was an awesome opportunity.
Well, thank you for being with us on Speak Out today, Mr. Serment.
Thanks for having me.
You've been listening to Speak Out Podcast, a community outreach of the Lawrence County Career Technical Center in Moulton, Alabama. I'm your host, Larry Smith, and I'd like to thank my co-host, Trinity Rainey, and our guest, Mr. Cade Serment. Please check out our podcast on the Lawrence County Career Technical School website, and we hope that you'll join us for future episodes.